Hello YouTube, this is Giombre coming to you from my kitchen. Well, this is a recap of this weekend's action. First game, let's get right into it. Arizona going into Carolina. Final score was 27-16. Believe my prediction was 29-17. So it was pretty close. Carolina came up with the victory. Um, don't want to bore you with too much of the stats, but the most telling that I seen was Arizona had 78 total yards. That's all they could muster. Um, Lindley, excuse me, uh, was a bit shaky. Did throw for one touchdown, but yeah, he threw for two interceptions, and there's another fumble in there somewhere. So overall, they turned it over three times. But then Carolina, they also turned it over three times. So jumps out to a 10-0 lead. Then in the second quarter, the punt returner for Carolina muffs a punt. Arizona recovers. That gives them momentum, and they end up scoring two touchdowns going into this second half. The score was 14-13, close game. After that, it was pretty much all Carolina. Yeah, Carolina scored a touchdown, making it 2014. Then Ted Ginn Jr. from Arizona came out to return a punt, got stripped, recovered it by Carolina. 3 plays later, another touchdown, noon to Tolbert, making it 27-14. And the final scoring play was just a strategic safety taken by Carolina. They wanted to take as much time off the clock. Punter ended up, I believe, running out of the end zone for a safety, making it 27. Game went pretty much how I thought it would. Carolina wasn't all that sharp. In fact, Newton reminded me a lot of Colin Kaepernick this season, where the simple throws he really couldn't make, but he made some plays that no other athlete, could. Just unbelievable. Ran for the first down. Excuse me, when it was third and long, a couple different times. Overall, very impressive. Hats off to Cam Newton for his first playoff victory. Carolina travels to Seattle. That game is on Saturday at 5:15 on Fox. Should be interesting. The second game had Baltimore traveling to Pittsburgh, and I had Pittsburgh winning by 3 points. And Baltimore, they handled their business. They won 30-17. It wasn't even close the way watching the game. Um, I will say one common theme that I've seen the whole year, especially being a Niner fan. I saw this in most of our games. Even Anquan Bolden got very upset and voiced his opinion. Penalties. Penalties were the story of this game. Pittsburgh was penalized 8 different times for 114 yards. 114 yards. They controlled the tempo of the game. They played their style. It was a tale of two halves. First half, it was 10-9 Baltimore. Um, Touchdown field goal and three field goals by Pittsburgh. After that, um, they scored 10 more points in the third and finished off by scoring 10 more in the fourth. Um, Pittsburgh could only muster another touchdown. And after that touchdown, it was pretty much all she wrote. 2 minutes left. They block a punt, gets into the end zone. They get 2 more points with that safety. So, fun fact: both games on Saturday had a safety. I'm not sure how many times that has happened, but that was interesting tidbit, anyways. So, congrats to Baltimore. They handled their business, like I said, and now they will be headed to Foxborough to play the Patriots. That is a 1:35 start on NBC, and that is the first Saturday game of the upcoming divisional round. Again, that's also a very intriguing matchup, and I'll be talking about that much later. The game that got me to wake up super early on my last day of vacation, Bengals at Indianapolis. All right, so I made a crazy prediction. I said the Colts will win 41-10. Um, And I was a bit wrong, a wee bit wrong, but the Colts did dominate. I mean, they won 26-10, still covered the spread of 3.5. It was unfortunate that AJ Green was not available to play. Would have made the game a whole lot different, I think, because Andy Dalton looked lost out there. He didn't have his primary receiver. He went 18 for 35, only threw for a buck 55. Not too good, man. Um, the running backs started off, strong and only ran for 76 yards. Um, Colts, on the other hand, Andrew Luck was he was money. 31 to 44, 376 yards, only one touchdown, but that one touchdown was enough. They controlled the offensive tempo. They kept their defense fresh. The running backs combined for 96 yards. Even Luck ran for 18. Jarrell Freeman was all over the place. He was part of 15 tackles, 1.5 sacks, a forced fumble. He was the defensive player of the game. I did think that there was going to be one player, and overall, the defense they held up. And Adam Vinatieri. I mean, this man is golden ticket Hall of Famer. He went 4 for 4, long of 53. He was consistent. Uh, he's Adam. I mean, that's the guy that you go to when you need a field goal to win the Super Bowl. I mean, the man's done it 3 different times, I believe. So overall, this game went almost as predicted. There was a lot of drop passes by the Colts, though. I mean, that I guess was to be expected. They led the league in drop passes all year. But I thought they would turn those field goals into touchdowns. They didn't cash them in. They still won in dominant fashion. Manning versus his old team, Andrew Luck, facing Manning, a young great QB versus one of the all-time greats. Wow, can't wait to see that one. We saw it earlier, first week of the year. I believe Denver was dominating for a good portion, and Indianapolis was making a comeback. Comeback fell just a bit short, and Denver won. But who knows? This one may turn out a little bit different. Should be a fun one to watch. Okay, the final game of Sunday. Um, Honestly, got on my nerves. It really did. Not because my prediction came out to be wrong, but just too much damn control by the referees. And yes, I'm a Niner fan, so I don't like Dallas, but I'm trying to be as impartial as possible. The Lions got hosed. The officials with their heads up their asses. I mean, come on, dude. Really? There was so much wrong with the officiating in this game that I don't even know where to start. But let me just hit the details real quick and then I'll vent. Final score was 24-20. Dallas won. Um, see, Romo was a meager 19 for 31. Did throw for almost 300 yards though, 293, 2 touchdowns. DeMarco Murray was held pretty much in check for the whole game. Only rushed for 75 yards. Had that 1 yard touchdown. The Lions defense, they held up their end of the bargain. 6 sacks, two from Ndamukong Suh, three forced fumbles, um, no interceptions. I thought they might have one, maybe a deflection and a pick, but that didn't happen. Um, Overall, Stafford was hot and cold. When he was in the zone, no one could touch him. And then when he was cold, he was just dreadful. But ended up 28 of 42, 323 yards, one touchdown, one interception that was deflected. Let's see. The game ends with Lawrence, linebacker. He forced a fumble, recovered it himself. That was with like a minute left in the game, and pretty much Dallas finished up in victory formation. All right, the penalties. There weren't many, but they were very crucial. And the one part that really annoys me is Detroit is driving down the field. They have the momentum. Fourth quarter, they score a touchdown. The game's pretty much over. They can put it out of reach. They're winning at this point, 20-17, I believe. 8 minutes left. Clear pass interference on the Dallas linebacker. He fades back, throws it. It hits the linebacker in the back of the head. He was playing the man, not playing the ball. He had contact with the receiver. Flag was thrown. All right, cool. That third down is going to be converted to a first down on this pass interference. Officials meet up. They pick up the flag. And it was such a late pickup, too. It was like Detroit's about to line up for their next play. Oh, hold up. We're going to pick up this flag. Did Jerry Jones call and make a remark to the commissioner? I mean, what happened? What really happened there? I've never seen a flag picked up like that where it just completely changed the momentum of the game. I mean, it was pitiful. The NFL should be really ashamed of themselves. So from then on, um, the Lions are forced to punt, and uh, Dallas drives on the field. Pass interference or holding was called. Um, that's fine, whatever. They get into the red zone. Dallas gets into the red zone, and it seemed like they had 12, 15 free plays in the red zone. They go 3 plays. Oh, on the third down, there's a penalty. Okay, so now they get another 3 plays. Oh, now on third down, here's another penalty. I mean, in the sequence that was going on, there was a lot of holding from the offensive line on the pass rushers. I mean, those weren't called, but yet the defense was called. The referees had blinders just to look at the Lions' defense, and we're gonna try to penalize every single time until Dallas scored a touchdown. That's what it seemed like. Again, ridiculous, but whatever. Dallas won 24-10. They're headed to play Green Bay. Um, and I don't know. I think Green Bay's going to kick their ass. I mean, the way Dallas played, although the Lions' defense is a lot tougher than Green Bay's defense. Um, Again, I'll hit this on another video, but NFL, you need to get your shit straight. I mean, this is it's way too much, honestly. So, I went 2 for 2. Didn't do too great, but as far as point spreads go, I would have got 3 right. Dallas did not cover. They were favored by 6.5. They didn't cover. They only won by 4. Indianapolis, they covered their spread. Carolina covered their spread, and Baltimore, I honestly didn't see that one coming. But I guess with Pittsburgh not having Bell, he didn't play, and also probably the MVP of the weekend had to go to Baltimore secondary. That secondary was just amazing. They hats off to them. They did their thing again. um, Anyways, YouTube, this is Giombre signing off. Oh, I'm sorry. How can I forget? Um, Before I end this video, I just want to say I was very sad today. I woke up to the news that Stuart Scott from ESPN uh, lost his life today. I said earlier on Instagram, but I mean, this man seemed like he made sports analyst. He made the job of a sports analyst to look like to be the coolest job in the world. He was a trendsetter from booyah to cooler than the other side of the pillow. He had catchphrases after catchphrases. Um, I'm sorry to his daughters for their loss. Sorry. He was just an amazing man, very courageous. Uh, he had all the charisma in the world, and my prayers go to his family. With that, this is G Hombre signing off, saying keep it G. Good night, everyone.